welcome to episode 2 of Model Car Memories. What I'm going to do today is I've got this original 1963 model big Daddy Roth Mr. Gasser kit. So I'm going to clean it up and then put it back together. It's not many pieces here, so and one thing, they do make replicas of this kit, or reissues of this kit, and what I've seen on the reissue is it has a bar that goes across from here to here that the monster actually sits on. This one doesn't have it. This one, the old ones, it sits straight through it. And what I'm going to do, I've got another piece of some polystyrene that I'm going to mount everything to, so it all stays together. So it's supposed to go on like this, but it's had a little bit of abuse over the years, so I'm going to clean it up. And I've been watching a bunch of videos on how different people clean model cars up, so got a nice fine brush here, so I'm going to use that and knock off some of the dust off of this to begin with. It's coming pretty clean with that, just with knocking the dust off. So see, this one, I think it was on something before because the tires have some glue on it, and that one has some glue on it as well. I think whatever it was stuck to begin with, that's long gone. So continue to get the dust off here. There's a little bit of paint right here. Don't know if that's a... Now it was molded in, you can tell it was molded in white. So that's up there. And then what I'm going to do after I've brushed all the dust off of it, I'm going to fill up a pan full of water and some just a little bit of soap, and then use some cotton swabs and kind of clean up after that, around that, get a little cleaner here. So let's get the, oh yeah, it's coming, all this dust is falling right off here. So these teeth here look a little fragile on the teeth, so I'm gonna be extra careful around those. Don't want to fix more than I have to. Don't want to create new problems. Nope, looks like there's one tooth that is missing there. Right in the back corner there. Kind of doubt I'll be able to find it. But if I happen to run across it in the parts bin, I'll put it back in place. Get down here at your feet. Okay, I think I'll get a lot of that with the Q-tips, cotton swabs. So let me get that prepared and come back. Okay, what I've done is got a really mild solution of dish detergent, and using a Q-tip or cotton swab, not necessarily Q-tip brand. So I'm keeping one end dry and the other end wet there, so I can get in and clean everything here. This is a place that the brush couldn't get into. So, and while researching this kit, this is part of a series of the Rat Fink series, and the Mr. Gasser kit was, from what I read, this is the first one in the series. And they did several other different ones and different characters, and eventually one with actual Rat Fink on it. So, like I said, this kit came out in '63, so '63 or '64 was probably the year that this one was actually built by my stepdad. So, but it's cleaning up pretty good, and you can tell it was all hand brushed a little bit. It's a little light on the green there. It got some of the white showing through, but let me get another clean Q-tip. That one was getting pretty dirty. At least the brush is just a real soft brush. I got this at the Walgreens, I think. It's about $6-7 or something like that. Look in the cosmetic aisle, and they got several different ones there. But get a new one that doesn't have anything on it. Hasn't been used. Okay, you can see how much dirt's on there. Get under the hair here. And if you look up other videos on there, other modelers, they have done the reissue of this kit. Of course, today's techniques and stuff, you can get do some more stuff with the hair, and I've seen them do purple monsters and green monsters, so you can do them any way you want to. But like I said, we're just sort of restoring this one. See if it'll stand up there. Now, I did notice on the side here there is a decal there, so I'm going to try to avoid that. Looks like it's already had gotten wet or wasn't applied on correctly. So I'm just going to clean up around here. Let me start with the wheels first here. Lost that one. And it looks like it's old. It's two different size types wheels on the front and back there. The back looks like old Stu Keystones, and the front Steelies there. Get down in the corners here. See if I can get this grill cleaned up. It's really dirty. Okay, something's moving around here. Okay. My back bumper's moving around, so don't know if I can put a dab of glue on that as well. Just have to keep that in mind. Of course, the paint on this is a little dull. Like I said, this is all done with a. I think the body of this was done with a brush as well. You can see some of the brush strokes when you look up at it really close. Okay, I think that's about all of the cleaning part of it I'm going to do. So let me set everything aside, and I'll get my glue out, and we'll start putting it together. Okay, I'm ready to start assembling this. What I've done is I've gotten just a small piece of styrene from the hobby shop. Put a little mixture of some gray primer, some black, some white, and kind of let it speckle on there. Try to simulate asphalt or something like that. So let's see here. Let's get a little dab of glue. Be real careful with this. I'm gonna use a toothpick to apply this glue, so I don't get it spread around everywhere. Not much for the engine here to grab a hold of. And if you was to buy the reissue of this kit, there's not many pieces for it to go together. It does have, you know, the wheels do roll on it. So I think if you do the reissue, like I said, it has that bar that goes across here that's molded in that the monster actually sits on. So if you had it to think it could, you could kind of roll the car around a little bit. So let's see if we can get this engine to stay in its place. See if I can put a little glue back here on this, this back bumper that wants to come off here. Pull it back. Hold it in place for a little bit. Okay, I might need something else there. Alright, let me put the monster together here. You have to watch which way it goes because the gear shift knob only goes one way on this. Hold it in place. Okay. We'll let these things set up and then come back in for the final assembly. Okay, I've got all the parts glued to the car and I've got the car glued to my base. So now I'm going to set the monster in here and get the steering wheel to line up, and I'll put the gear shift in later once all this is dried. Put some glue on his feet here. Put a dab on the end of the steering column. Okay, so we get it to line up. Alright. Hold them there for a minute or two. Okay, I ended up letting this sit overnight just for the glue to dry. It was taking quite a while to dry, but everything should be in place now. So it's all glued together. I'm going to try to put the gear shift in. It's the last thing to do. There's a hole right there. Then it'll match up, hopefully match up down there. So let's see if that'll work. Okay, what I had to do to get the gear shift to hold in place was use a clamp, and I just had it clamped up here, let it sit for a while, because you're trying to glue upward on it, and it just wanted to fall out all the time. But there it is. It's all together on that. But thank you for watching. Like I said, this kit, you can find it in a reproduction now, or reissue. So it's a little different scale than normal model car kits and stuff, but even just fixing this one was kind of challenging. But on the kit itself, I have noticed that on the arms you can kind of see a little bit of stubble there or hair. So if you were modeling it, you could go over that and make that stand out a little more. The fit on this, I see a lot of gaps and stuff, but maybe if you put together, use some putty, cleaned it out, you can make this into a really nice kit on the new one here. And like I said before, the new one, the monster doesn't sit on the ground, it kind of sits up inside the car itself. So there it is, the 1963 Mr. Gasser. thank you for watching. And like I said, I've got a little more than 40 models to go through, either the ones that are built and I need to clean up and repair like this one, or the ones that are still in the kit. So I'm going to try to do about 2 a month, so this is going to go on for almost 2 years on this by the time I get them all done. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can catch up with the new episodes, and hit the like, pass it along to your friends, and thank you for watching.